Hello Leo, this is your February 2019 reading. There will be a full moon, which will be a supermoon, which I believe is also an Aquarius on the 19th. And some movement in Mercury at the end of the month. We are back to our normal extended readings now. So Leo, let's have a look and see where you are. Leo, admiring someone from afar. A little bit of unreciprocated admiration here. You might have put yourself out there and perhaps the person didn't respond, maybe they didn't notice you, or may just not be responding to your messages. I get once in a while I pick up this. Some of this looks like dating app energy. You might have had, for some of you, you may have had the beginnings of some conversations and it felt like a lot of rejection. You may have even exchanged really personal information with this person. May have even, one moment please, may have even discussed meeting each other's parents. So this is a very strange energy, and this looks like a long distance situation, Leo. That was going on for a very long time, or a situation where you were just communicating, but a lot of information. So this was a long distance situation where there was a lot of talk about meeting each other's family. You were making plans. So sometime around the end of last month, things were starting to fall apart, and somewhere around the middle of this month, you had plans. There were plans to get together, but something soured in the middle. I mean, something went so far off track. So for some of you, this was a long distance situation. For others, you felt something creeping in, something was not right, and this person started to give you the signal through messages that something was just not going to work. Then there may have been hints at first, and then they were really starting to let you know that they wanted out. And at first you may have just been ignoring the signals you were feeling, maybe trying to talk them out of it, because we just get that sinking feeling in our stomach. Let's see, here you were, Leo, getting this sinking, feeling, trying to ignore, what was happening. They may have been trying to put a really positive spin on it, and maybe still even promising to either A, come out and see you, or if this was an in-person situation, saying, it'll be fine if we do it like this, but it still wasn't what you had initially set up. So again, as a for instance, they may have said, I know we were supposed to, I don't want to take it so far as to say an engagement, but whatever you were supposed to be doing, let's postpone the date, or I know we were supposed to get together and and it was supposed to be romantic, but maybe we can do it as a friendly thing instead. And here you were, very bothered, very bothered. I think you were really trying to figure out how you could get the situation to work. How could you go back to what it was? How could you pull out the stops? And this person was not there. This is it. But it's in reverse. They're going their own way. They really don't. They change their mind about something. You may have even offered to pay for them to pay for a ticket. Or offered to come and see, just to take the financial burden off. You were in this sort of in-between space with them. And this has now changed the course of your plans to a great degree, because from this spread, it looks like you had a lot of future plans with this person, Leo. This was not a small, this was not a light thing in your mind. But I think you had a different impression than they did. Because now you have this happening. So again, this confirms that. Here you were, here they were. Two different things happening. I think your faith may be draining, that there is really any hope. I think you've tried to, again, make them a lot of different offers, thinking, if the right offer will strike a chord with them. They have their mind made up, Leo. I think you have your mind made up that there's an offer that can be made to them. I think you two are on completely different pages about what this is and where it's going. think the more aggressive you get, I think you really think you're going to tip them in your favor, Leo. I don't see that happening. But I think, I mean, what comes up here is that you become more and more aggressive with the chase. You know? It looks like you do throw out a couple of more offers. You're trying to convince this person that you're good together. You are trying to really, then it gets to the point where you're really trying to bend them, sort of by force in the conversation. And by force, I just mean, you know, it's maybe an argument or I think you're making a lot of guesses about what they're, also what may be going on behind the scenes, their reasoning for not wanting to keep up with the situation may be, maybe romanticizing it a little bit. I think you're still under the impression that this person cares, and that there's just some way that you can solve their issue for not wanting to pursue this affair with you. You are under the impression still that they are attracted to you, that there's no problem, there's no issue you can't solve for this person to make them come back. And you are just, you know, baffled at why it's not going anywhere. Really just sort of turning your head inside out, trying to figure out why they haven't taken you up on any of your offers. I think you're really having a hard time accepting that the very last option is that the situation might be over. I think that's not really what's on your mind. I think it's the last thing you want to ask them. It's the last thing you want to ask them, well, is there something wrong in terms of you not having feelings anymore, or did your feelings change? I think you really do not want to ask them that, and I think but it's weighing on your mind. Again, I think it's coming up over and over. I think you really feel that you are the master of the solution behind this issue with this person. These cards talk about traveling to see someone who you are very fond of. They also talk about the love affair being short. They also talk about someone leaving your life and that making us feel empty, and you know, the grave talks about feeling blocked, not letting those feelings through, and about things being over, things being left in the past. So, Leo, it may be time for just an honest conversation with this person. It may just be time to really hear them, hear their truth, see what they have to say, see what's on their mind, and really be able to hear them. I know if someone is trying to give us a message that we really don't want to hear, that can be difficult. Let's try to pull a card for you. Your card is within the next few weeks, and we did talk about that. The moon came up for you, and that will be by the 19th. So hopefully for you, you can begin to at least have an answer. I think, a lot of times just having an answer is incredibly important, something to build on, and that gives us a place to start from and build the next leg of our journey. So, wishing you all the best. If there is a need to go in and do more readings in February, and people let me know about that, I will come back in. Other than that, take care and talk to you soon.